If you're teaching online, there's 5 things that you need to incorporate into your services online to teach groups at scale and never sacrifice your student results so that you can spend more time doing what you love, and that's teaching your students, getting them great results without having to burn out doing a million one-on-one lessons, so you can have way more impact and also scale your income. Let me explain what these 5 things are. So the first thing you need to do when you're working with groups online is to give them a minimum of 2 lessons a week. The whole goal is to get your students results, right? And if you don't create results, you're not going to make many sales. So if you see your students more often, are they going to get better results? Of course they are. So first of all, you need to consider how many times are you seeing your students in a weekly period and what's the frequency. We recommend 2 times a week. The second thing that you need is some form of course curriculum. So a self-study curriculum or course that you can create that you can refer your students to, so you're training them to become independent learners. Now, if that's a younger student, it might be this is set up for the parents as well. So you need some form of course curriculum that complements and supplements what it is you're doing in your live teaching lessons. The third thing is you need to create what we call a drop-in class. Now, this can be a fun class, or it can simply be an additional class that students can come and check into on a weekly basis. So if you scale your groups, at some point, your students, you don't want them to fall behind. So if you spot a student that's falling behind or needs a little bit more work, you can refer them to this weekly drop-in or office hours each and every single week. It could just be open house as well. So if you're working with students, it could be a study hour where you can train the students to come in, ask you questions. And this really depends on the age of student that you're working with. The fourth thing then is to create some form of community. Okay, some form of community, whether it's in WhatsApp, whether it's a Facebook group, whether it's some form of community online where all of your students can hang out. And the reason why this is important, and again, this could be for the parents, depending on the age you teach, the reason why this is super important is because you don't want your students to just value what they're paying for just based on what happens in the lessons. You need to create a community so they learn to love you, trust you, like you, and see you as their leader. That way you can internally market to your students and you can build this motivational community to get them to do the work and thrive in it, because the lone wolf dies, but the tribe survives. So you need to create some form of community that you can really educate and lead your students in. And then the fifth thing is to add in strategic one-on-one lessons at certain points inside of the student's journey. This might be a review, might be some form of parents' evening, but if you start to incorporate all of these things, the value of the service that you're bringing to your students, as you can see, skyrockets. Therefore, you can charge more and at the same time work less, but get better results for your students. Now, if you found this video valuable, hit subscribe if you're watching it on YouTube, or hit like. We'd love to get your feedback. Or if you're watching, you'd love our help growing your teaching business. This is what we do here at the Teacher Project. We're pretty good at it. We're working with hundreds and hundreds of teachers right now all around the world. So go and check us out online, www.teacherproject.io, and we'll see you over there.